English Boost podcast from Speak English Journey.
Welcome back, English learners, to another episode of Speak English Journey. I'm your host, Mary, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today. This is the place where we help you enhance and develop your English speaking, listening, and vocabulary one conversation at a time. And joining me, as always, is my brilliant co-host, James.
Hey everyone, I'm so glad to be back. Mary, today's topic is something that has sparked countless debates in the academic world and among learners everywhere. The classic dilemma of morning study versus night study. It's a question that gets right to the heart of our daily routines.
You've said it, James. It's a fundamental question. We all have different rhythms, and understanding your own can be a real game changer for your English learning. Today, we're going to break down the pros and cons of both approaches and help you find your personal sweet spot. The key is to work with your body, not against it.
Let's start with the morning. The saying goes, the early bird catches the worm, and there's a lot of truth to that when it comes to learning. The biggest advantage of studying in the morning is that your mind is often fresh and well-rested.
Absolutely. After a good night's sleep, your brain is primed for new information. This is a concept often referred to as prime time for learning, because your mind is at its peak cognitive performance. There are fewer distractions in the morning. Your phone isn't buzzing with new messages, and the day's responsibilities haven't started to pile up. This quiet, focused time is perfect for tasks that require a lot of mental energy and deep concentration.
Right. So, if you're a morning person, or a lark as they're often called, you might find that it's the best time to tackle challenging grammar rules, memorize new vocabulary, or do some intensive reading. You can use phrases like, "I'm feeling sharp this morning," to describe your mental state. This kind of deep, focused work is essential for building a solid foundation.
It also gives you a great sense of accomplishment for the rest of the day. By getting your study session out of the way, you free up your afternoon and evening. You can say to yourself, "I've already hit my goal for the day," which is a huge confidence booster. It's a great way to start with exactly. The biggest advantage of studying at night is a different kind of quiet. The world is winding down. This can be a very peaceful and productive time for some. Research suggests that the brain processes and organizes information during sleep, so studying right before bed can actually help solidify what you've learned. This is a concept known as memory consolidation.
And for creative tasks, the evening can be a goldmine if you want to write a story in English, practice conversational phrases, or just let your mind wander and make connections. The evening can be the perfect time. The distractions are gone and you can truly get into a flow state. You might use phrases like, "I do my best thinking at night," or "I like to burn the midnight oil," to explain your preference.
It's also a great way to wind down after a busy day. Instead of zoning out in front of the TV, you can use that time to productively relax and engage with English in a less structured way, like watching a movie or listening to a podcast.
Before we go any further, let's address some common myths about this topic. The first one is, you can't learn anything if you're tired.
That's a common misconception. While deep, complex learning is best done when you're alert, you can still do a lot of productive work when you're tired. This is where passive learning comes in. Listening to a podcast or watching a TV show in English before bed is still a form of study. It's not an intense lesson, but it's still valuable immersion.
Another myth is, if you're not a morning person, you can't be productive. That's simply not true. We have different chronotypes, our natural sleep-wake cycles. The goal isn't to force yourself to become an early riser if you're a natural night owl. The goal is to identify your rhythm and then be strategic about it.
So, which is better? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The most effective strategy is a hybrid approach that respects your natural body clock. It's a double-edged sword if you try to force yourself into a routine that doesn't fit.
That's the key. For most people, it's about combining the benefits of both. Use your peak productivity time, whether it's morning or night, for the most challenging work, like grammar. Then use your less energetic time for easier, more passive tasks, like listening to music or watching a show in English. This is a smart way to leverage your energy levels.
For example, a night owl might spend their evening mastering verb tenses. Then in the morning,
This has been a fantastic conversation, but let's give our listeners a clear action plan. We've talked about a lot of ideas, but it's important to put them into practice. Here are a few exercises you can do this week to find your personal rhythm.
Step 1. The experiment. For the next 7 days, try this simple experiment. For 3 days, dedicate 30 minutes to a focused English task, like grammar or vocabulary, between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. On the next 3 days, do the same focused task between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m.
Step 2. The reflection. On the 7th day, ask yourself, I feel the most focused and energized. My class, I feel tired or easily distracted. Which time felt more sustainable for me?
Step 3. The plan. Based on your answers, build a personalized weekly schedule. For example, your schedule might look like this. For mornings, for deep study, grammar drills, writing practice, evenings. For passive learning, listening to podcasts, watching movies. Split sessions, maybe 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night.
This simple test will give you a clear answer. Remember, the goal is not to force yourself into a schedule that doesn't work for you. The goal is to find your most productive time so you can learn with less effort and more enjoyment.
That's the perfect note to end on. We hope this episode has given you some valuable insights into your own learning style. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep speaking English with confidence.
Catch you later!